When we first got this, it looked simple, compact, quiet, almost too plain to hint at what it could really do. Then we fired it up on set, and that first beam through haze stopped us for a second. It looked like sunlight, soft, alive, with colour and depth. This is the all-in-one 500-watt spotlight from GVM, a bi-colour LED storyteller, one that shapes mood and emotion, not just exposure. Today we'll show how it sets a mood, moves with the camera, and stands next to others in its range. The build gives the first impression of confidence. Its aluminum housing feels sturdy, yet lightweight, and the caps at both ends feel dense enough to handle the bumps of studio life. It's not heavy for its size, but solid enough to trust on a stand. The yoke stays tight, locks hold firm, and that built-in handle makes repositioning quick between takes. Because everything's inside one body, the setup stays simple. No separate ballast to hang, no extra cords. It weighs about 15 pounds including the yoke, which feels balanced as long as you use a proper stand. You plug in one power cable, hit the switch, and light is ready. That ease makes a difference when you move from one look to the next, and every minute matters. After you are done, it is quite easy to pack away. When we first lit the set, it was clear this light had muscle. GVM rates it at 23,800 lux, with the standard reflector, but numbers never tell the full story. We used it to fake a late afternoon sun cutting through haze. Set at 3,200 Kelvin and around 40%, it gave that golden glow that spills across a wall and turns smoke into atmosphere. We didn't need a second fixture. The GVM had enough punch to sell the look on its own. That's when power stops being a spec and starts being storytelling. Then we flipped it around for a soft bounce into white foam board, and it filled an entire room with a clean, even wash. No hot edges, no strange fall off. It just gave us usable light that looked right on camera. We always check colour before trusting a light. This one runs from 2,700 to 6,800 in Kelvin and holds its tone all the way. CRI and TLCI both sit around 97, so skin tones stay honest. For a beauty shot, we ran it through a 36-inch dome at 5,600 Kelvin, and skin looked soft and lively with natural contrast. Then we switched to 2,800 Kelvin for a product scene that needed warmth, and it felt like candlelight, rich and cosy, not orange. The transition between colour temps felt smooth, which saves time later in grade. The dimming curve feels equally refined. From full power down to a glow, it fades clean without jumps or flicker. We tested slow motion at 240 frames per second and saw zero banding. That reliability means you can plan creative motion shots without worrying about technical limits. With a 500-watt light, heat can ruin a take, but this one stays calm. It has 3 fan modes: smart, high, and silent. We left it running full power for over an hour, and brightness stayed steady. In silent mode, it's quiet enough for interviews or narrative dialogue. You can stand a boom mic within a few feet and still get clean sound. Controls matter when the pace gets fast, and this light is great when it comes to intuitive controls, as it does not require a bulky external control box. The onboard layout feels simple. Clear display, 2 dials, and no confusing menu path. Adjustments respond right away. The Bluetooth app feels equally solid. We were shooting a restaurant scene where lights hung high above tables, and with the app we shifted colour and intensity between takes without touching the fixture. Connection stayed stable and lag-free. That kind of control saves time and keeps momentum on set. It uses a Bowens mount, which opens it to a world of modifiers. We used a parabolic softbox for portraits. Broad, natural wrap. The yoke never slipped, even with the heavier setup. That single mount gives full creative range. You can soften it, tighten it, or shape it through haze without compromise. Now to the fun side. The GVM AIO 500B comes with 12 built-in lighting effects. They're not just gimmicks, they're quick storytelling tools. We used the TV effect for a quiet night interior where a soft flicker needed to dance across a face. The candle mode worked for a tabletop dinner scene, adding warmth that felt real. Then for a music video, we triggered the lightning burst through haze to punch a dramatic moment. Each effect responded smoothly without unwanted stutter or flicker, and through the app we could tweak speed and brightness to match the mood. Now let's look at how it compares to the Amaran 200 XS. A familiar light for many creators. That one's a 200 watt COB with a colour range from 2700 to 6500 Kelvin, and it's small, lightweight and quiet. Perfect for travel or solo setups. Side by side though, you notice the difference. The headroom. The GVM's 500 watts give you extra headroom you can actually see on set. Even through double diffusion, it holds steady while the Amaran begins to soften. That means you can push through tougher lighting conditions, shape it with gels or modifiers, and still get the exposure you need without compromise. Colour accuracy? Both are solid. The Amaran may edge slightly higher on paper, but in real shoots they look nearly identical. The real advantage of the GVM comes down to power and flexibility. It gives you freedom to craft the look you want, whether it's soft portrait wrap or a hard product edge. Of course, the Amaran has its strengths too. It's lighter and whisper quiet, which makes it ideal for vloggers or single camera creators. On set, if you place the GVM about 4 feet away through a large softbox at 5600 Kelvin and dim it to 60%, you get a soft, even wrap. The Amaran can do something similar, but you'll need to move it closer and run it at full power to match. Price-wise, the GVM sits around $390, just a bit more than the Amaran at $350. That extra cost buys you double the output and far greater creative flexibility. The Amaran is excellent for compact setups, but when you need strength, consistency and balance across a full scene, the GVM clearly takes the lead. After multiple days on set, what stayed with us was how balanced it felt. With everything integrated, it moves as one piece, no ballast, no dangling cables. When we needed to reset between setups, we grabbed the handle, shifted the stand, and were ready again in seconds. During a portrait shoot, we used it as the key through a soft dome, then flipped it as a hairlight. For product work, we went bare reflector for that hard outline glow that defines edges. The light responded instantly, stayed cool, and never flickered even at high frame rates. That kind of dependability turns into confidence. You stop thinking about gear and start thinking about the frame. After using this across portraits, commercials, and short scenes, it feels less like a piece of equipment and more like part of the crew. It has the power to fake daylight, the tone to paint warmth, and the precision to stay colour true no matter the mix. The all-in-one design keeps the workflow clean and quick, while the Bowens mount keeps creativity open. It's quiet, reliable, and strong enough to replace 2 smaller lights in most setups. If your goal is to create light that tells a story, from soft nostalgic glow to bold sunlight punch, this fixture delivers. It feels built by people who actually shoot. For us, that's the difference between a tool and a partner. That all from us. Thanks for watching. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more gear reviews.